Hi guys, thank you very much for being here. How is your weekend? Can you see my screen?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. I'm going to reproduce a video for you. It's about present simple putting questions. In our previous class, we talked about present simple, but in affirmative and negative sentences. Today's topic is present simple in questions, okay? So I want you to pay attention.
Yes, no questions and short answers.
Do I weigh too much? Yes, you do.
Do I weigh too much?
No, you don't.
Do I? Yes, you do. No, you don't.
Do you want dessert?
No, I don't. Yes, I do.
Do you? Yes, I do. No, I don't.
Does he like burgers? Yes, he does. Does he like vegetables? No, he doesn't.
Does he? Yes, he does. No, he doesn't.
Does she? Yes, she does. No, she doesn't.
Does it cost much? No, it doesn't. Does it cost much? Yes, it does.
Does it? Yes, it does. No, it doesn't.
Do we need sunglasses? Yes, we do. Do we need sunglasses now? No, we don't. Do we? Yes, we do. No, we don't. Do we have to read page 20? Yes, you do. Do we? Yes, you do. No, you don't. Do they come from Japan?
No, they don't.
Do they come from Japan?
Yes, they do. Do they? Yes, they do. No, they don't.
Well, I hope you have kind of understood about present simple questions. But if you didn't understand very well, it doesn't matter because I'm going to explain you better. Remember that you have to take notes in your notebook. I want you to take notes. And this is very important. This is the fourth class, the structure, present simple questions. In present simple questions, we use an auxiliary, which is do and does, okay? And then we use a subject, then the verb, and finally the complement. Here we have some examples. The first one, did you listen to music? Did you listen to music? ¿Escuchas música? Do is the auxiliary. Subject, you, the verb, listen, and the complement to music, okay? Here we have another example. Does it listen to music? Does it listen to music? If you notice, in the first sentence, we are using do, and in the second sentence, we are using does, okay? So what is the difference between do and does, okay? We're going to, okay, no worries because we're going to know how to use each one, okay? I hope you have already taken a screenshot or you have already took notes about this structure because it's very important, okay? Don't forget about taking notes because remember, later we're going to do some activities and it's important that you take notes precisely to understand better, okay? And to answer correctly the next exercises, okay? Well, we use do with I, you, we, and they, okay? In the first sentence is affirmative, like hamburgers, like hamburgers. Me gustan las hamburguesas. The second is a question, okay? Do you like hamburgers? Do you like hamburgers? Me gustan las hamburguesas. And obviously this picture is related to those sentences, okay? So we use do for I, you, we, and they, okay? And I don't know if you pay attention to the video, but when someone asks us a question using present simple, we have to answer as well with the auxiliary. For example, do you like hamburgers? Yes, I do. No, I don't. Okay. Here we have another example. You eat a slice of pizza. You eat a slice of pizza. Tú comes una rebanada de pizza. And the second one, it's a question. Remember, did you eat a slice of pizza? Did you eat a slice of pizza? ¿Comes una rebanada de pizza? Okay, if you notice, it's basically the same, a question in affirmative sentence. But the only thing that we are going to do is add the auxiliary, the bright auxiliary, okay? You eat, a slice of pizza. It's the same. Basically, it's the same, but the only thing that we are adding is the auxiliary, which is do. Okay? Do you eat a slice of pizza? It's affirmative. Do you eat a slice of pizza? It's a question, okay? So it's super easy, okay? Remember that we use do for those subjects pronouns, okay? Which are I, you, we, and they, okay? Don't forget about it. We sleep together. And second one, remember it's a question. Do we sleep together? I know, do you have any idea about the meaning of those sentences? Do you have any idea? It's according to the picture, okay? Do you have any idea about the meaning of those sentences in Spanish? We sleep together. Do we sleep together? Do you have any idea? It's according to the picture, okay? So what do you think those sentences mean in Spanish according to the picture and according to what you already know? If you cannot participate, remember that you can write in the chat box, okay? I'm going to be logged out in the chat box, okay? Do you have any idea? We sleep together. Do we sleep together in Spanish? Okay, we sleep together. We, nosotros, sleep. Dormimos juntos. We sleep together. It's an affirmative sentence, okay? And second one, remember that it's a question. Do we sleep together? ¿Dormimos juntos? Es una pregunta. So remember that we are going to use do, the auxiliary do for I, you, we, and they, okay? We also have another auxiliary, which is does, okay? They speak Chinese. They speak Chinese. Ellos hablan chino, chino mandarín. Do they speak Chinese? Do they speak Chinese? Yes, they do. They do speak Chinese, okay? Well, according to this picture, we notice that in this tile block, we have the China's flag, okay? So I can intuit that they speak Chinese, okay? And also because of the ornaments, okay? So I consider they do speak Chinese, okay? Do they speak Chinese? Yes, they do. And if they don't speak Chinese, we have to answer, no, they don't. They don't speak Chinese, okay? So we're going to use do for I, you, we, and they. And also when we have to answer, yes, they do. No, they don't. Do we sleep together? Yes, we do. We do. No, we don't. Okay. Do you eat a slice of pizza? No, I don't. Yes, I do. Okay. Don't like hamburgers? Yes, I do. No, I don't. Okay. That's the way that we have to answer to those questions, okay? Now remember that we have two auxiliaries, okay? Do and does, okay? Does it listen to music? Okay, so now we're going to see when to use does, okay? Okay, so we use does for he, she, and it, okay? The first one, remember that it's in affirmative sentence. He lives in Mexico. He lives in Mexico. Él vive en México. And here we have some pictures de lucha libre. Acá tenemos un luchador, a fighter, cactus, a hat, a Mexican traditional hat, okay, a peñada, okay, the Mexican territory, some Mexican ornaments, Mexican chili pepper, okay. He lives in Mexico, él vive en México. It's an affirmative sentence. Second one, remember that it's a question. Does he live in Mexico? Does he live in Mexico? Él vive en México. Does he live in Mexico? Does he live in Mexico? So we use does for he, she, and it. Okay, does he live in Mexico? What do you think? Yes or no? Does he live in Mexico? Yes or no? What do you think?
Yes, he does.
Yes, he does. Okay, that's the way that you have to answer it. Thank you very much. Yeah, yes, he does. Obviously, he lives in Mexico. Es un luchador, it's a fighter. And he's surrounded Mexican things, okay? Mexican flavor, spicy food, okay? Everything is Mexican. So I think it's obvious that he is from Mexico, okay? Does he live in Mexico? Yes, he does, okay? No, he doesn't, okay? Okay, we also use does for she, okay? The first one, remember that it's an affirmative sentence. She studies a lot. She studies a lot, okay? Does she studies a lot? Does she studies a lot? It's a question. And we have a girl, and the girl has a lot of books, okay? A bunch of books, okay? Also here we have some pencils, and the girl is reading, so I suppose she's studying. And if you notice here, we have a bunch of books, okay? Okay, so does she studies a lot? What do you think? Yes, she does. She does study a lot, okay? Does she study? Does she studies a lot? Yes, she does, okay? Okay, we also use does for it, okay? Remember that we use it for things and animals. We don't use it to refer to a person. No, we use it for things and animals. I don't know if you remember our first class, we talked about subject pronouns, and I told you that, okay? You don't have to forget about it, okay? And the first one, remember that it's an affirmative sentence. It eats dog food. It eats dog food, okay? Come alimento para perro, obviously, because he's a dog, okay? Does he eat dog food? Does it eat dog food? Yes, it does, okay? It does. The dog is eating dog food, okay? Does it eat dog food? Yes, he does, okay? No, it doesn't, okay? Well, we have already finished with present simple affirmative questions, but now we're going to review present simple in negative questions, which is different, obviously. I also want you to take notes about this formula because it's important that so that you can understand the topic better, okay? Now, if you want to make negative questions, again, at first we're going to use the negative auxiliary, okay? Do and doesn't, do and does are affirmative auxiliaries, and don't and doesn't are negative auxiliaries, okay? So first we're going to use don't and doesn't, okay? Later, we're going to place the subject pronoun, then the verb, and finally the complement as everything, okay? And here we have some examples. Don't you listen to music? Don't you listen to music? ¿No escuchas música? Don't you listen to music? ¿No escuchas música? Es una pregunta, pero negativa. ¿No escuchas música? Una pregunta afirmativa, ¿escuchas música? Negativa, ¿no escuchas música? Don't you listen to music? And remember that we use does for he, she, and it. Doesn't, it's the same. We use doesn't for he, she, and it, okay? Doesn't he listen to music? Doesn't he listen to music? ¿Él no escucha música? It's a question. Doesn't he listen to music? ¿Él no escucha música? Doesn't he listen to music? Okay. Doesn't he listen to music? Okay. So we use don't for I, you, I forgot. I, you, and we, they, okay? We use doesn't for he, she, and it, okay? Please don't forget about taking notes in your notebooks, okay? I don't know if you remember the WH questions. Did you remember them? We had a class about WH questions. Do you remember them? ¿Las recuerdan? Well, I hope so. Okay, we're going to review them. We use who to ask about a person. Okay, remember who, quién. What? We use what to ask about things and actions. Okay, what? Okay, okay, okay. We use when to ask about the time. Cuando, when. We use where to ask about a place. Where, donde. We use how to ask about a way. Okay, how, cómo. We use why to ask about a reason. Reason, una razón. Why, por qué. So who, quién, what, qué. When, cuándo, where, dónde, how, cómo, why, por qué. So we also use WH questions in in present simple questions, okay? It's super easy. Remember, you have to take notes. First, we have to place the WH question, whatever you want, okay? Then we have to place the auxiliaries, do or does depends on the subject pronoun, okay? Because for do we use I, you, they, we. For does we use he, she, it, okay? Okay, so later we're going to place the subject pronoun, then the verb, and finally the complement, okay? And here we have some examples. Why? ¿Por qué? Why do you listen to music? ¿Por qué escuchas música? Why do you listen to music? Why does it listen to music? ¿Por qué él escucha música? Why do you listen to music? ¿Por qué escuchas música? Why does it listen to music? ¿Por qué él escucha música? Okay. Why? ¿Por qué? We also can add how. Okay. How? ¿Cómo? How do you listen to music? ¿Cómo escuchas música? How does it listen to music? ¿Cómo él escucha música? Okay. Another one. And when. Okay. When do you listen to music? ¿Cuándo escuchas música? When do you listen to music? ¿Cuándo escuchas música? When does he listen to music? ¿Cuándo él escucha música? When? I don't know, maybe he listens to music at night, when he is taking a shower, okay? When he's traveling, I don't know, okay? So the idea is that we can add any WH question at first, okay? We're going to where, ¿dónde? Where do you listen to music? ¿Dónde escuchas música? I listen to music in my car. I listen to music at home. When I was in the past, I know. Where does it listen to music? ¿Dónde él escucha música? Okay. So the idea is that we can add a WH question before the auxiliary. Okay. That is the idea. I don't know if you understood, or I don't know if you have any question. Okay, and what do you think? We can also make negative present simple questions using the WH questions. For example, why don't you listen to music? ¿Por qué tú no escuchas música? Why don't you listen to music? ¿Por qué tú no escuchas música? Why doesn't listen to music? ¿Por qué él no escucha música? It's a negative question. Es una pregunta negativa, pero estamos usando las preguntas con WH, ¿ok? ¿Dónde? Where? Where don't you listen to music? ¿Dónde tú no escuchas música? It's like, como un sarcasmo, ¿no? Where don't you listen to music? Porque ¿dónde tú no escuchas música? Where doesn't he listen to music? ¿Dónde él no escucha música? Okay. So it's basically the same. We can add WH questions at first, okay? Have you already taken notes about this formula? ¿Ya tomaron notas? Do you have any questions? ¿Tienen algunas preguntas? Is everything clear? ¿Está todo claro? Yes or no?
Yes.
Okay, I hope so. Okay, we're going to answer a quiz. It's the same, okay? We have to order the jumbo words, okay? You already know how to play this kind of games, okay? Well, I'm going to help you with the first one, okay? Remember that first we have to place the auxiliary, okay? The auxiliary is Okay, Alondra?
Do you go
Mhm.
swimming?
Do you go swimming? Okay, the auxiliary, the subject pronoun, the verb, and the complement. That's right. What about this one? First, the auxiliary, then the subject pronoun, then the verb, and finally the complement. Okay. So do you have an idea? It's an affirmative sentence, affirmative question. Okay.
Do you speak Arabic?
Ajá. Do you speak Arabic? ¿Hablas árabe? Do you speak Arabic? No, I don't speak Arabic. I think it's one of the most difficult languages. I speak Spanish. Okay. What about this one? Do you have any idea?
Do you kiss me?
That's right. Thank you very much. Yes. First the auxiliary, then the subject pronoun, then the verb, and the complement. The complement. That's right. Thank you very much. What about this one? Do you have any idea? It's the same. Okay, so don't be shy.
Do
Okay,
you drink coffee?
yeah, that's right. Did you drink coffee? Did you drink coffee? Tomas café? Yes, I drink coffee. I love drinking coffee. I actually drink coffee every single day, early in the morning, in the afternoon, late night. Okay, I pretty love coffee. Okay, what about this one? Do you have any idea? Remember, first the subject, first the auxiliary, the subject pronoun, the verb, and finally the complement. So what do you think is the correct answer? Yes.
Does Eddie
Uh-huh.
teach Spanish?
Does Eddie teach Spanish? Does Eddie teach Spanish? That's right. Thank you very much. Does. Remember that we use that for he, she, and it. Eddie. Eddie is the name of our male person. That's why we use does, okay? Thank you very much. What about this one? Here we don't have does, we have do, okay? Which is another auxiliary, okay? Remember that we use do for you, they, we, okay? We also use do for I. So yeah? Yes, Alon?
Do you cook English food? Bueno, no sé no sé si es primero English o es food, pero yo digo que es English.
English,
Food.
that's right. First, it's English. Remember that when we talk about adjectives, first we have to place the noun, and later, now first we have to place the adjective and then the noun. ¿Cuál es el adjetivo? Primero es el adjetivo, después va el sustantivo. El adjetivo English.
English porque está hablando de origen.
Ajá, es un adjetivo de origen. Oh, si te acuerdas.
Y food es la cosa, bueno, acá sería la comida inglesa sería. Entonces, sí sería.
La cosa, ¿no? Que es el sustantivo, ¿no? Entonces, en inglés primero es el adjetivo, después es el sustantivo. Comida inglesa, en español primero es el sustantivo, después el adjetivo, si lo notan. Comida es el sustantivo, comida inglesa. Inglesa es el adjetivo. Ahí es la diferencia del inglés. En el inglés es al revés. Okay? So, tienen que darse cuenta de esos pequeños matices. Okay? Thank you very much for participating. What about this one? Does. Remember that we use does for he, she, and it. Okay. So what do you think is the correct answer? First the auxiliary, then the subject pronoun, or the name of the person. Okay, just like in this case. And the verb, and finally the complement. Okay, so do you have an idea?
I sería, does Amina play with her children football?
Does Amina play with
Creo que es fútbol.
play?
Ajá. With her children.
Does Amina play football with her children? Okay, that's great. Thank you very much. Okay, each pronoun does. Okay, does. Can you pronounce it, Alondra? Does.
Does.
That's right, because you pronounce like does, just like in Spanish, okay? It's does, okay? Okay, what about this one? Do you have an idea? Remember the auxiliary, the subject pronoun, the verb, and the complement, okay? If you struggle, first you have to identify those parts. What is the auxiliary? The auxiliary is do, okay? What is the subject pronoun? You is the subject pronoun. What is the verb? Go is the verb because it's the action, okay? And finally the complement, okay? Did you go shopping at the weekend? I consider the complement is the most difficult part, but that's the way that you have to order the sentence. First, you have to identificar las partes, identify the parts of the sentences, okay? Which are the auxiliary, the subject, and the verb, and the complement, okay? What about this one? Do you have an idea?
Does Mohammed drink tea?
Does Mohammed drink tea? Mohammed, I think it's Arabic name, okay? I don't know how to pronounce Mohammed, I think, okay? Does Mohammed drink tea? That's right, thank you very much. What about this one?